All right. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon and good afternoon, and welcome to today's meeting. Oh, okay. So, how have you been? How was the weekend? Yeah, it was actually a weekend. Yes. I hope you rested well, and hope you also took out time to stay a little bit away from the market and just have a fresh air. And hope you also went out. Okay, hope you went out. And for those of you that made money last week, at least you need some time out to eat some of the money that you made. Don't just be making money without eating it. Yeah, take out time to at least withdraw something from your account and take care of yourself for the weekend. Okay, it's very very much important. Don't just keep piling it up and then saying hoping that uh don't just keep piling and hoping, okay, maybe let me get to 1 million, let me get to 2 million, or let me get to 500,000 before withdrawing. Come on, appreciate yourself in the little effort that you're making. And that is actually a very good way to start. Okay, so that brings us to for today. Let's take a look at, first of all, the fundamentals that came out earlier today. All right, you know that if you follow Forex Factory, which I think everybody should. All right, yeah, I think everybody should. Before you start to pay any trade for the day, please take out time to visit Forex Factory. Know some of the news that are coming out for the day and the time they are coming out. Because if you don't check it out, and probably you enter some trades, and it got to uh the time of the news, and the news goes against you, trust me, it's not going to be very funny. So you always need to be checking out. Even if you're entering a trade before the news, try to as much as possible to exit before those news. Do you understand? Uh, so let's take a look at what is actually happening in the market and also some of the things that we should be expecting going forward. All right. So let's see if any of the news actually affected the US currency pair, because I know that the news actually affected GBP. There are a lot of fundamentals that also came out from the Eurozone. So let's take a look. So this has been a volatile Monday. So we had by 8:15 p.m. a.m. rather, where the news actually started up on the Eurozone. But our attention is going to be on the 2:45 news that is coming out from the US. Oh, Mr. Paul, good afternoon, sir, and welcome. All right. So the news that is coming out by 2:45 p.m. actually, which is the flash manufacturing PMI and the flash service PMI that is coming out by 2:45 p.m. today. Every other news already came out, which is the one that came out from the Eurozone. I don't know how many of you actually took advantage of that. That actually even strengthened dollar. Okay, since the euro was totally weak, and you could see that your DA30 gained strength after that news. D30 gained strength, but of course, later on, it started losing some of those strength that it gained, which is of course normal. After a massive volatility like that, you always should be looking out for a reversal. All right. The same thing went to euro. After euro lost this trend that it lost this morning, it is already beginning to reverse. All right, but then this afternoon, we should be looking out for the fundamental that is coming out from the US, which is the flash manufacturing PMI and the flash service PMI, all by 2:45 p.m. That is actually the one our attention should be on. Okay, I think the volume should probably be from your end because there's volume from this particular end. All right, so make sure that your own volume is turned up. All right, that is basically that. Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to those that are just joining us. Good afternoon. Okay, so like I said, our attention should be on the flash manufacturing PMI and flash service PMI coming out all by 2:45 p.m. today. All right, so let's quickly take a look at the market itself and see what we're expecting. Okay, so let me just go straight to my chart. Okay. All right. This is my chart. This is my chart. I believe you can see my chart from now. All right. So let's take a look at what has actually been happening. And first of all, let's start with dollar index. Dollar index. All right. Last week, Friday, I think from Thursday, I actually told you that we're going to be having a couple of fundamentals that will probably boost this particular instrument, and we ended up going in for a buy on dollar index. All right. Right from when the price levels changed. And I remember that I drew this line, something like this for you, telling you that, okay, there've been a consistency. And remember that also I told you that I'm looking at the buy getting up to this extent and hopefully reversing afterwards. But it didn't really get to that same point exactly. But of course, it's almost got to that region. Of course, you can actually call the same region the same name. All right. So to me, it actually got there, even though the price didn't hit that point. But of course, it got within the region of the support or the resistance rather. All right. So that is actually going to be bringing us to the next direction of the market. Now, I will not be going in for a buy on dollar index until it has comfortably broken above this point. Okay. I also told you something about flag pattern that this particular instrument has been experiencing, especially between the US 30 and between US 30 and this particular instrument, dollar index. All right. If you check US 30, you will discover that within the same period, US 30 also had similar kind of volatility. All right. US 30 has also been having similar kind of volatility where it goes up, consolidates, goes up, consolidate, goes up, consolidate, goes up, consolidate. And it went up here, but then the consolidation has actually been more. But with this kind of formation also, someone should also be looking out for a further buy. Because anytime you're seeing this kind of thing, you should be looking out for a breakout, but then in towards the same direction that it's been going. Do you understand? This is actually what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know if you've seen this kind of thing before. So this, you should be looking out for a further buy also. All right, this kind of formation always come with a further push up in the market. It also come with a further buy. Now, I'm just showing you all this thing just for you to know that the direction that we're actually going to be expecting for today. Now, this is what we're looking at for. Sorry, I'm really trying to just pick up. All right, so no, but this should come a little bit. Do you understand? It shrinked at this point. First of all, did this. Do you understand? It did this first, then opened up, and then did this. So what are you expecting? A further push up. So I'm actually looking out for something looking like this. I'm looking at something. I'm looking at this. Do you understand? So this is actually what I'm looking out for. So it means that the probability of it breaking above this particular verified resistance, this is US 30. I'm talking, and remember that I'm using 1 hour time frame, but we'll go back to 5 minutes time frame. All right. So this is what I'm expecting. So with that in mind, this is also what we've been having on dollar index. Similar kind of formation, but just that the consolidation that we had on US 30 is not the same kind of consolidation that we're having here. Do you understand? So that being said, I think on this particular instrument, we are going to be going in for a little bit of a further buy. But let's go to 5 minutes time frame. Let's not just decide. Remember that our analysis on 5 minutes time frame is going to be different from the one we're going to be having on 1 hour time frame. So I'll just go ahead and delete this because we don't really need it for now. Okay. Now, also looking at this, you will discover that, okay, there is a resistance around here. And okay, hold on. Perfect. There is also another support right here. Okay, so this is actually what we're looking at for. Is it going to be pushing back up to make a double top around here, or is it going to be falling all the way down? I'm going in for a push up, coming all the way to this price level. All right, coming all the way to this price level. But when it gets here, I'm looking out for a further sell. So for dollar index, if you want to go ahead and if you want to enter any trade on dollar index, you can go in for an instant buy. Take your profit at price 101.005, then sell from that point. All right, sell from that point. So I'm going in for a buy my buy is going to be at the current price. My take profit will be at price 1.101.005. 101.005. That is where my take profit is going to be. Then I'm going to sell from that point. I'm going to sell from that point. So it means that for this afternoon, looking at it on a longer range, you will discover that the probability of this particular instrument getting to this point and then coming down, it's going to be high. All right, it's going to be high. But then, because I feel that this buy has already covered up for today's zone, because we've always been having a buy and then a rundown and then another buy, then a consolidation. But we've already had a buy this early morning. So if we're going to be having another consolidation and another buy, then it means that we're going to be breaking above this particular region. So I am not taking this buy to be of a very great one. So I'm looking out for it to make a double top around here. Like, of course, you can see this top right here. I'm looking out for another double top, then coming down. So if there's going to be any buy, it's not going to stay for a very long time. So for today, I'm looking out for a further sell on this particular instrument. I'm looking out for a further sell on dollar index. So my buy is just going to be for a very short while. My buy is not going to be for a very long time. It's just going to be a very short buy. Then I'll go back for the sell. All right, so let's go back to 5 minutes time frame. I just brought us to 1 hour for us to see what I'm talking about. So my general trend for today is going to be a further sell on dollar index. I'm looking out for a further sell. I said if I'm buying, I'll buy to this point, then I'll sell. So what you're going to be doing is that if you've not entered any trade already, I will need you to set up 2 different sell positions. All right, 2 different sell positions. The first one is that you're going to be setting up a sell stop at price 100.904. That is your first one. Sell stop at price 100.904. All right. All right. And then your take profit should be at 100.820. Your first one is sell stop at price 100.904. Take your profit at price 100.820. Then the second one is also a sell limit. So you're setting up both a sell stop and a sell limit. Now, why are we setting up this? Because if you're taking up a sell stop that is within this point, if it falls down from here, picks up your trade from here, then bring it all the way down. But if it pushes up a little bit, it can pick up your trade from here and then still fall from that region. So do you understand? Sell stop at price 100.904, then take profit at price 100.820. Then the second one is a sell limit at price 101.005. 101.005. Then take profit at the same region, 100.820. I hope you got that for dollar index. So that actually brings us to the next phase of this, which is Euro USD. I already told you that today, all the fundamental news that came out from the Eurozone all came out negative. All of them all came out negative. So I am not going to be, so even though dollar is going to be weak, I am not going to be buying euro. Now, I'll say that again. Even though dollar is going to be weak, I am not going to be buying euro. I hope that makes sense. I remember last week also, I told you that I'm expecting a cone formation for this particular instrument. That's how I drew this line. I said I was going to be expecting a cone formation. We have up there and, of course, bringing it all the way down to this point. All right, so with that in mind, I'm going to be going in for a further sell on USD, on Euro USD. I'll be going in for a further sell. Now, the first one is because this particular trade is going to be pushing forward, is going to be pushing downwards. All right, it's going to be pushing for having a lower low from here. All right, so let's go to 5 minutes time frame and see what I'm talking about on this particular trade. Let's check 5 minutes time frame. All right, great. So this is it. This is it. All right. Now, because I'm actually a preacher of support and resistance, all right, I would ask you not to enter instant sell from that, because there is a resistance, a support right there. There is a support. I would have just asked you to go in for an instant sell, but let me not go against what I believe in. All right. So I will be going in for a sell if price gets to price 1.10774. price 1.10774. All right. Please, what does further sell and instant buy means? Further sell exactly means further sell. An instant buy exactly means instant buy. All right. Further sell means that the market is going to sell more. Instant buy means that you should be buying immediately. When you get your trade, all right, where you normally place your trade from, which is new order, you will see buy by market or sell by market. So when you say instant sell, it means that you're just going to be clicking on that sell by market. When you see on instant buy, it means that you're going to be clicking on that buy by market. Then when someone says a further sell or a further buy, it means that that particular trade is still going to be going towards that direction. For example, now I said Euro US is going to be having a further sell. It means that it's going to sell more. So what you typed is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Please. What if we're still on the trade before 2:30 or 2:45 and we're yet to enter profit? Now, once if you're on a fundamental, probably, or if fundamental goes against you, one of the things that you need to be aware of, if you're on the right trend of the market, you don't need to panic. But if you're not, you should always try to end up your trade. Okay, so what if you're on this particular trade before the time comes? Most of this particular analysis that we're doing, we're actually doing it with respect to the news that is coming out. And most likely, it's going to be in the same direction that the news will come out. But if it is not, fine, do well to actually close up the trade. All right. There is no need of, there is no hard feeling in conceding defeat. It's just for you to know exactly when to stop. Do you understand? All right. So this, like I'm saying, this particular one on Euro USD, I will be going in for a further sell, but my entry position is going to be at price 1.10774. 1.10774. Okay. And my take profit is going to be at price 1.10699. 1.10699. That's going to be where my take profit will be for today. Now, the reason why I'm going in for a further sell on this, I told you that all the fundamentals that came out from the Eurozone all came out negative. Every single one of them came out negative. So I will not be buying Euro for today. USD JPY, like I said the other time, USD JPY, the trend has turned back into a further buy, right? I told you that the trend has changed back. So you're going to be looking out for a further buy on USD JPY. So for USD JPY, yes, I'll be going in for a further buy also. I'll be going in for a further buy. So let's go to 5 minutes time frame and see the perfect entry position we should be using. All right, great. So this is even a perfect position to enter a buy on a buy on USD JPY. So for today, USD JPY is going to be a buy. Okay, it's going to be a buy. All right, it's already retraced to this point. So even if you enter buy and then it pushes downwards, maybe up to this extent, don't panic. All right. So what I can do is that for your stop loss can be at price 140.819. But I personally, I would not be using stop loss on my USD JPY. But to be on the safe side, for your own sake, you can set up a stop loss. So that is what I'm going to be doing. So for today, I'm buying USD JPY and my take profit is going to be at price 141.194. 141.194. That is my take profit. So it means that the buy is on a current market position. So we are buying USD JPY. We are buying USD JPY. We're buying USD JPY. So my take profit is going to be at price 141.194. Let me take it again. 141.194. That is my take profit. But the stop loss point is going to be at price 140.819. 140.819. That is the stop loss point. So for USD JPY, we can go ahead and buy. Yeah, you can go ahead and buy your USD JPY. Your USD JPY. You can go ahead and buy it. Okay. Now, going forward to GBP USD. GBP USD. I also told you that this particular instrument has also been making lower lows. It's been making lower lows. All right. USD JPY has been making lower lows. And you can see it. You can see the consistency in this particular trend has been going on. You can see the consistency. There's been a low, there's been a lower low here, then another one, and of course today has not been different. Today has not been different. So the question is that, is this particular instrument going to be having a further buy or a further sell? So let's on using 1 hour time frame, you could see that the probability of it even making a lower low on this particular trade is very much high. All right. But let's go to 5 minutes time frame and see if what we're seeing on 1 hour is also what is applicable. Now on 5 minutes time frame, price is currently resting on a verified support. All right. I would have just asked you to enter instant sell, but let's not do that also. Just the same way okay, perfect. It has already broken that verified support. So let's say on this particular instrument, you can go ahead and sell. Yeah, go ahead and sell. Take your profit at price 1.28118. Go ahead and sell GBP USD. Take your profit at price 1.28118. So GBP USD is a sell. Is a sell all the way down. GBP USD is a sell, and our take profit is at price 1.28118. 1.28118. That is our take profit for GBP USD. So GBP USD, you should be selling. You should be selling GBP USD. All right. You should be selling GBP USD for today. All right. And because I actually wanted us to enter from here, but before you knew it, it broke. It went past this particular verified support. So I still feel it going down. And even for those people that are on long-term trading, yes, for long-term traders, you can still go ahead and consider entering a further sell down because I still see it going down. All right. But don't stay too long on the trade. Don't stay too long on the trade. So GBP USD is going to be a further sell. It's going to be a further sell for this particular instrument. And our take profits at price 1.28118. Please, for USJPY, I already mentioned USDJPY. All right. I already mentioned USDJPY. All right. So let's go ahead. I said USDJPY is a buy. I believe you should have already been buying. And as I gave out a take profit at price 141.194. If you're not on the trade already, I don't know, because I gave it out when the price was even still buying. Okay, when it was still selling rather. So you should have already been on a very good profit by now. All right, so let's take a look at just on USD CAD. Okay, I think it was on AUD USD that we mentioned the last time. And I told you that AUD USD was still going to be having a massive sell. I don't know how many of you still took advantage of the sell that was still going on AUD USD. But then the sell on AUD USD has not ended. The sell on AUD USD is not yet over. Okay, it's just like the fight between these two instruments is not yet over. So for AUD USD, yes, I'm still going in for a sell. I'm still going in for a sell on AUD USD. You probably might look at it and say, okay, but then it's already on a verified support on 5 minutes time frame. But then if you check it out on 1 hour time frame, you will see that this particular instrument is just trying to make a lower low up onto this particular line that I drew right here. But then you can just hold on for it to break below this particular point before entering. All right, before entering. Yes, GBP USD, it's on instant sell. If you have not entered already, I believe you should have actually entered by now. All right, so let's take a look at USD CAD. USD CAD also, you know that Canadian economy is one of the economies that is actually controlled by petrochemicals. All right, and if you actually want to check the strength of this particular instrument, you should also look at oil, because most of them both of them actually move almost in similar direction. All right, but of course, since is a currency pair and you're comparing it with another instrument, when oil is buying, you know that you don't buy USD CAD, right? When oil is buying, you don't buy USD CAD, because I noticed that a lot of persons feel anytime oil is strong, USD CAD is strong. Canadian economy is strong, yes, when oil is strong, but then you don't buy USD CAD when oil is strong, oil is buying. Reason being that USD CAD, Canadian economy there is the quote currency. So anytime oil is strong or oil is buying and you want to trade on USD CAD, you should sell it. Do you understand? You should sell it. That is how it's supposed to be. All right. So in that case, this particular instrument on 5 minutes time frame, please don't enter an instant buy, rather than allow the price to go above the verified support before entering a buy. All right. Before entering a buy, or just allow it to get below this particular region before entering. So I personally, I would advise just don't trade on USD CAD for this afternoon until there's a breakout on this particular instrument. All right. So finally on the list, let's take a look at some of our favorite instruments, which is gold. So we're going to be starting gold review on 5 minutes time frame. Okay, on 5 minutes time frame. Now, gold just broke below a support right here, and I'll be going in for a further sell on gold. I'll be going in for a further sell on gold. So if you want to trade on gold this afternoon, you can actually go ahead with an instant sell on gold. Take your profit at price 1962.18. Sell gold and take your profit at price 1962.18. So I'm going in for instant sell on gold. Is I'm going in for an instant sell on gold, but I am not relaxing on this particular instrument. Or of course, when you enter the trade, don't just go and relax and then feel okay, it's going to sell for a very long time. Remember that is basically scalping class. So that is why you can afford to use a good lot size, because the take profit points are not always very far. They are just something that you just enter, either do price stacking, that is entering multiple and taking multiple entries, or just take up some few trades that will give you the profit. But then for gold, we are selling gold. We are selling gold and we're taking it all the way down. All right, so it's going to be a very if you actually enter the trade, it should have already been on profit. So our take profit is at price 1962.18, 1962.18. So that is that for gold. So for today, we're taking on a sell on gold. I'm actually looking at gold to even get all the way to this particular price level. The time that you're using to type some of these instruments, you probably should have been using it to enter this particular trade. Okay. You should have been using it to enter the ones that we're giving out, because we'll still talk about some of these ones you're writing. So why writing them when you know we're going to talk about them? All right. So quickly on US30, I already gave you some a brief analysis on this particular US30. So for those people that want to go in for a longer type kind of trade, then follow this. For those that want to enter a longer form of trade, you can follow this. But then if you don't want to enter, if you're not an intraday trader, maybe just want to enter quickly and then come out. All right, so let's take a look at it from this. Now, looking at these particular trend lines are very much important. If this price goes above this particular trend line, then you're expecting this to buy all the way to this point. If it goes above this particular trend line, then you're expecting it to buy to this point. But if it goes below this other trend line, then you're expecting it to sell all the way to this particular region. Do you understand? So these trend lines are litmus text for this for entering US30. Do you understand? So with that in mind, I needed to set up this particular trade on US30. Your buy should be at price 354.55. 354.55. That is where your entry position should be on on US30. Yeah, on US30. But I'm actually expecting a further sell-off on US30. All right, but definitely it's still going to buy. All right, so just to be okay, say I said on US30, my trend lines are going to be my litmus test for entering of the trade. I'm not just going to rush into a buy, even though I told you that I'm looking out for a further push up, right? I said I'm looking out for a further push up on this instrument, but I'm not just going to rush into the sell immediately. So into the buy immediately. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to be entering my price at price 354.55. That is my entry position for buy. 354.55. Okay, so you can actually set up that, and of course pick up your preferred take profit point. But I would suggest 354.70 as your take profit. Then for the sell, we are going to be entering the sell below this particular trend line too. So our entry position for the sell would be at price 354.03. 354.03. That is our entry position for the sell. Okay, 354.03, and the take profit is going to be at price 354.67. So let's quickly just take a look at US 2000 before the market starts. So for US 2000, I am buying US 2000. No doubt, I am buying my US 2000. I am buying US 2000. So I'm following my US 2000 up above. So I'm following the buy on US 2000 still higher. And my take profit for the US 2000 is going to be at price 1976.0. 1976.0. That's my take profit for the buy on US 2000. All right, so it is time to make some good profits. So let's see how the market actually plays out. Now, this is the reason why I said don't enter an instant buy on US30, even though we know it's going to buy. All right, but then it's definitely going to still push up. Do you understand? So I hope you're able to set up this particular trade on US30 because it's going to be coming. Okay, perfect. So we are having a very good perfect. Now the buy. So you can now go ahead and follow the buy on US30. You can go ahead with even further buys. All right, you can go ahead with the buy. US100 also, you can go ahead and buy US100. US100 is also going to be having a massive buy. All right, so US100 a buy, US30 a buy, and US2000, yes, you can still go ahead and buy US2000. So gold, I told you that gold was going to be a sell. Yeah, gold is a sell, and it has already gotten to our take profit for gold. But then I told you that I'm actually expecting gold to even sell up to 1959.86. Yes, it's getting to this point. So gold is still going to sell more, even though it has gotten to our take profit, but I still see that gold is going to sell more. And I said US30 is a buy, and it has even gotten to our take profit, but it's going to buy more. All right, it's going to buy more. US100 also is going to still buy. And US2000, I told you that US2000 most likely, okay, US2000 is actually retracing, but it's going to still buy more. All right. So for the indices, they are actually on a buy direction. Do you understand? All right. So how many of you were able to enter up the trade, especially those who have been acting US100, US30 gold? How many of you actually took the trade? All right. Because it's not just about requesting for an instrument for me to analyze. How many of you actually took up those trades? How many of you did? So I said gold is on a sell. Okay. I said gold is on a sell, US30 is on a buy, US100 is on a buy, US2000 I'm also will be going in for a buy. All right, don't mind what is this kind of consolidation, but I'll be going in for a further buy on that particular instrument. Do you understand? Okay, so great. Dollar index, I told you that dollar index is either you enter a buy stop from here or a buy limit, a sell limit from here. So if you actually took up a sell limit, you should have already been on profit because it's currently pushing all the way down. And when you make profit on this one, it's also get here, pick up your trade again, and then it's already entered. You're in profit on most of them. All right, great. That is a good one. Congratulations. So let's just scroll back a little bit and see. We mentioned the GBP USD, and we said GBP USD is going to be what direction did we give out on GBP USD? Okay, I think this was actually the take profit we gave out. All right. Okay, so I'll come back to this GBP USD. I'm trying to I remember exactly what I told you on this particular instrument, but then I know that basically for sure, I think I did exactly the same thing I gave you on this one. All right, so I said Euro USD. I told you that Euro USD was going to have a further buy, right? Sorry, a sell. That when it gets to this point, you should enter a sell. So yeah, USD JPY. Sorry, Euro USD is going to be a further sell. Don't buy the Euro USD. I know it's beginning to make a double bottom around here and then try pushing up. But please, Euro USD is going to be a further sell. Don't. Yeah, it's going to be a further sell. All right. USD JPY. I actually told you that I was going to be having a further buy. Yeah. I told you that USD JPY is going to be a buy, but then this is the take profit point, and it's already gotten to take profit point. Yeah. It got to take profit point. I remember I gave you this as a stop loss point, and it has already gotten to take profit region. And GBP USD also is going to be a sell. Yeah, GBP USD. I think I remember that I said this was going to be a sell. Yeah, it's still going to sell, and the take profit is at price 1.28118. I remember 1.28118. So that is that for Euro USD a sell. USDJPY already bought, and it's already got to take profits, and of course GBP USD was still going to be having a further sell on this instrument. All right, so that's basically all that we're going to be looking at. So let's see on and tomorrow, please, tomorrow I'm going to also be taking us on agro commodities. So you can do well to join me by 1 p.m. But tomorrow's class is going to be by 1 p.m. Let's quickly look at the gap strategy. I know that the 2 times that I've actually had the class, I wasn't the one that took them because of other engagement. But tomorrow zone, I'm going to be taking the tomorrow zone. So for agro commodities, I will be going in for a further buy on agro commodities. We had a gap, no gap on wheat, but then a gap. a little bit of a slight gap up on corn, and of course a gap up on wheat. All right, so I'll be going in for a buy on the agro commodities. I know that you probably will be expecting more for that sell, but on agro commodities, I'll be going in for a buy. Yes, I'll be going in for a buy on wheat, corn, and soybean. Yes, I'll be going in for a buy. Please do not sell agro commodities for today. We're going to be buying agro commodities. All right, so I am buying my wheat, I am buying my corn, and I'm buying soybean. I'm buying wheat, I'm buying corn, and I'm buying soybean. Okay, so that is that for today's live trading session. I hope you're able to make some good profit from all the trades. All right, I hope you're able to make some profits, especially on the gold and on US30, US 100, and US, oh, perfect, US 2000 finally. I hope nobody sold US 2000. I hope nobody sold US 2000. I know it was misbehaving at the beginning, but I told you to maintain the buy, and good enough, it actually had a perfect buy. And I think not everybody actually entered the trade, but then it is fine. It is fine. I know not US 2000 hit TP. Oh, wow. Somebody actually took it. Congratulations. Congratulations. Wow, congratulations. All right. So that is that for today. And I'm glad that some of you actually made some profit. And we're going to be doing it. Okay, tomorrow is not going to be the same time, like I said. GBP, tomorrow's on is going to be by 1 p.m. and it's going to be for agro commodities. All right. We're going to be starting with agro commodities, and that now changed to the next ones. So for tomorrow, 1 p.m., don't miss it. Don't miss it by 1 p.m. All right, so someone said GBP JPY negative since morning. GBP JPY, was it one of the trades that was given in the morning? If it is okay, GBP JPY, GBP JPY, GBP JPY. GBP JPY, what direction is it? Is it on sell? If it is on a sell, yeah, I think it should be going into your direction anytime soon. All right, it's probably because of the news that came out from this particular regions. But then I think it's actually let me check. Okay, most likely it was probably would have been a buy position, right? If it is a buy position, any buy position on GBP USD, it is fine. Oh, sorry, GBP JPY. Just hold on a little bit. It's going to go back up. Euro JPY, the fundamental that actually came out also affected it. But today, I'm looking at Euro actually selling for today. But of course, it's going to pick up because the trade is already on an uptrend. So the trend has not changed. So your Euro JPY, if it is on a buy, yeah, you can hold on to it. Okay, I already told you that GBP USD, I'm looking at for a sell, and Euro USD, I'm looking at for a sell. First time I made profit. Thank you very much. All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. All right, so tomorrow, yeah, I'll come down next time. Tomorrow is going to be for training. Do well to join for the training tomorrow. See you by 1 p.m. And I said for tomorrow's one is 1 p.m., right? Yeah, 1 p.m. tomorrow. Please do well to join on time. Thank you, everybody, and have a lovely evening. We just posted our Telegram link and, of course, our YouTube channel on the chat box. Please do well to join our YouTube channel and also visit our, do well to join our Telegram channel, and do well to visit our YouTube for any of the rebroadcasts of any of the meetings that we're having. You can always rewatch them over and over again, both the strategy classes and other online classes that we're having. Thank you, everybody. See you by 1 p.m. tomorrow. Same link. Have a lovely evening.